To the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about what's going on with the stock market. It is a dark day in the market, but there's some brightness on the horizon. I'm going to give you some opportunities and let you know where I think the money resides. So get comfortable, buckle up a seatbelt. We're going to get started on the Black Financial Channel right now. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I am your friendly neighborhood finance professor. On the Black Financial Channel, we talk about black wealth and black economics every single day, sometimes as much as 10 times a day under the B1 condition. B1 means we are black first. Black first means we put our community at the top of our priority list. Black first means that we educate our kids. Black first means we break generational curses. If you agree with this philosophy, put a B1 in the chat. That is what we are all about. So what's going on, everybody? I want to say good morning, welcome, and I hope you will take a moment and wish me a happy birthday. I am not in, if you are in stock market investing class, you'll know that I had to cancel class today because my wife, my beautiful wife, is taking me on a trip for my birthday, and I'm celebrating the 27th anniversary of my 25th birthday today. So I am 25 years old for the 27th time. So that's pretty cool. I've gotten really good at being a 25-year-old. Anyway, I want to say hello. Thank you, Black Bezos and RP and Carolina and everybody else. I appreciate you. Anyway, let me hop into the stock market stuff. Today, the market's down. Today, it's down, and that's okay. That's not a bad thing. What goes up must come down. You guys know that the stock market has done really, really well the last several weeks. You've had a chance to make a ton of money the last few weeks. Well, when the market's down, this is your chance to get in there and go buy some stock. And in fact, if you stay to the end of the conversation, I'll give you a stock or two that I like, that I'm going to invest further in, that I believe has a lot more space to run. A couple of pieces of news I wanted to share with you. First off, in terms of investing, this is not investing advice, but this is really something that I am going to do myself. I am consistently acquiring Bitcoin. The reason I'm consistently acquiring Bitcoin is because I just have every reason to believe Bitcoin's going to go up. I believe Bitcoin is going to go up, largely because there's this lawsuit going on with Coinbase, where Coinbase is being sued for operating as an unlicensed exchange. Well, what this lawsuit is hopefully going to do is provide regulatory clarity that will clear the path for Bitcoin to start rising. So the other thing too is that I think the Securities and Exchange Commission is taking the position that before Bitcoin, there were none. And after Bitcoin, there will be no more. So I think they're trying to kind of kill almost all the cryptos except the main ones, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a couple other top dogs. I don't really think they're going to let a lot of these crap coins exist. There were 13,000, I want to say, or 12,100 cryptocurrencies created during the crypto boom that were absolute trash. That means billions of dollars that was lost, and their job is to protect the consumer, and sometimes they do a decent job at that. And I think that's why they're doing this. But anyway, I'm buying Bitcoin, and I'm buying it every single day. I literally have my account set to buy Bitcoin every single day. And let's see, somebody mentions here. That's a great point. Oh gosh, this is a criticism, but I want to throw this criticism up there because it's valid. So he says, Boyce told y'all to buy Bitcoin at 50,000. Stay away from crypto. Buy oil stocks. They're about to go ballistic. Well, I do own oil stocks. I think that's not a bad a piece of advice. However, Bitcoin at 50,000. If you bought it at 50,000, 50,000 is likely going to be cheap in about 4 or 5 years. In 4 or 5 years, 50,000 is you're gonna wish you could have bought Bitcoin at 50,000. And so one of the things you must understand about investing is that nothing is certain. It's like basketball. Just because you take a good shot doesn't mean it's going to go in. Just because you take a good shot doesn't mean it's going to go in. Just because you take a bad shot, that doesn't mean it's not going to go in. You just take as many good shots as you can. You know you're going to miss about 40 to 50% of them, even if you're a good player. Even Steph Curry misses almost half of his shots. However, he takes enough good shots that he eventually scores points. Okay, so I want to help you guys understand that so that you never ever let anybody lead you to believe that that any sort of investing prediction is definitely going to be right. That's just not true. My PhD is in this stuff. And the first thing we learned is that everything's based on probability theory. You just take your best and most educated estimate and you see what comes out of that. Sometimes you get lucky. Sometimes people take a crazy risk and they put all their money in crypto, which is a very bad move, right? I put 7% of my portfolio in crypto. Some people put all their money in crypto and then crypto doubles or triples and they say, look at me, I'm a great investor. No, you're not. You're a bad investor. You just got lucky. You just got lucky. Do you understand the difference between investing and gambling? Make sure you know the difference between investing and gambling, because a lot of people, they use terminology like I'm playing the stock market. Stop playing with your money. That's why your money's a joke, because you're playing around. You're playing with your money. Children play. I need you to be grown-ups with your money. So make sure that you're smart. Seriously. All right. So he says, I respect your honesty. Thank you, sir. Well, I respect your question. So thank you for challenging me. I'm okay with being challenged. I'm completely comfortable with what I know, and I'm also comfortable with what I don't know. And I don't know everything. I just do my best to help as many of you as I possibly can. All right. So anyway, if you could, please hit the thumbs up button. Thumbs up, share, subscribe if you have not done that yet. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and it's my birthday, so I'm going to go ahead and head out a little bit early because my wife's taking me on a trip. If you were in the stock market investing class, you'll know that I sent you all an email to let you know that we weren't going to have class this morning because I'm going to go spend some time with the family. You can sit down anywhere, babe. Thank you. She even brought me breakfast, so now I really got to go because her food is so good. Come here, let me see. Look at this. Look at this. See what I'm talking about? See, this is why you got to marry a black woman, a good, sexy black woman that knows how to cook.
Are you live?
Yes, yes.
Jeez.
See,
Okay.
some of y'all are picking girls just because they're cute. My wife is cute. She's as cute as they come. But this food is just as cute as my wife, damn near. And I cannot wait to eat this. And I'm not gonna let it get cold. So I'm about ready to finish this podcast up real quickly. Shout out to all the black women that cook for their man. I love you and I appreciate all of you. All right, so let me hop in here and finish this up. All right, a couple headlines real quick. So it looks like they haven't quite nailed down the catalyst for what's led to the market decline. They just say that they just felt stocks fell short due to a holiday trading week, but that's not a reason for it to fall short. Let's see. They said markets were closed Monday. Blah 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 blah. The investors are coming off a strong week. Typically, one of the things I did research on in my dissertation work was weekly reversals in the stock market. So if you look at weekly data going back 100 years in stock market investing, what you'll find is that the market goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It does that. So because the market did really well last week, I kind of expected a pullback this week. That's a good opportunity for you to dive in and get your favorite stocks at a discount price. You know, if you believe in NVIDIA, then why not take a look at it? I think NVIDIA still has some ways to run. C3 AI, we've been talking about that stock for a long time. If you're in the Prime program, you know that that's been one of my favorite investments, and I'm really happy now that stock has just been absolutely ballistic. It didn't fall back today, though. That one actually went up. So down days are good opportunities for you. They said investors were seemingly receptive toward the central bank's decision to skip a June rate hike last week. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell told a press conference on Wednesday that the central bank has yet to make a decision on policy ahead of the July meeting. However, policymakers are forecasting 2 more quarter point increases later this year. Okay, so basically what that's saying is that the Federal Reserve has slowed down their interest rate hikes. And if you've been following here, you'll know that I've been telling you guys that once they announce they're going to stop hiking interest rates, you're probably going to see an upward momentum in the market. They've been kind of weighing it down with their interest rate hikes, but I'm personally super happy with the fact that they slowed this down. That means in the next year and a half, you're going to have a really good stock market. So if you're not invested now, you may want to jump in there and get busy. Now, in terms of El Haj, in terms of a list of stocks, I am going to give you guys a list. If you're in the Black Stock Market program, you'll get a whole list of stocks. And what I'll do now is I'll quickly mention a stock. I was reading about a stock I wanted to acquire this week. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, thumbs up, share, subscribe if you have not done that yet. And also go to boycewatkins.com. I have a free training called How to Make Money Without Working. Also, this podcast is on Spotify. If you want to listen on Spotify, just look up my name. Okay, so one stock that a lot of analysts seem to believe in right now is Meta. Actually, I'm looking here on the analysis. Even though Meta has really done well, Meta and Wells Fargo are still predicted to have increases in their return on equity over the next year. And so According to Goldman Sachs, they believe that these companies are going to not just remain profitable, but actually have increases in their return on equity, which should, especially given the economic conditions, are expected to be relatively decent on average over the next year and a half. Those stock prices look like they have some room to run. So Meta is a company that I think I'm going to buy some more shares in Meta. Wells Fargo might be one to consider also. One thing that you may want to look out for is they did talk about a possible recession or a possible hard landing. I heard a guy mention, and this made sense. He believes that the spending is going to drop once people have to start paying back their student loans. And he says, especially on luxury items, things like that. A lot of you have student loans. How many student loan veterans we got in the building? Shout yourselves out. And student loans, by the way, are a major wealth killer for the Black community. So as you send your children to college, be really thoughtful about how much debt you allow them to get into. And also, if they get into debt, make sure they know how to start a business so they can work themselves out of debt quickly. If you learn how to sell one product, you can make more money selling one product and selling it well than you can like working like the best jobs ever. Right. So I would, if I had a child that wanted to make money, I would say, okay, I want you to become an expert at sales and I want you to learn how to start a business. If you are good at selling and you have a good product that people want, it could be soap, it could be shoes, it could be whatever. It could be a service. You'll make 10 times more money doing something like that than you will on a job, right? Job is what the company pays you. The business owner pays you your salary after they take their cut. And because they're at the top of the pile, they're like the big brother. They get to take the big piece of chicken and then they leave you the scraps, right? And you have no say because you don't have any rights. You can't fight for a bigger piece. It's almost like children. If you have three, we have three kids and the boy is the oldest, and if we were to leave food and say, okay, take what you want and then leave the rest for your sisters, well, the sisters wouldn't get anything. We have to give them their food directly. We have to have a redistribution plan that we implement as the government. Me and their mother is the government. So we distribute everything equally. But if we weren't here and said, take what you want, give your sisters whatever you think they deserve, well, who do you think is going to get the most? So my point is to say that that if you want your kids to do well, don't just invest for them since it's from the time they're born. Also, make sure you put them in a position where they understand how to sell something and how to start a business. If they can do those things, they will probably never be broke. A good salesperson will never be broke. Seriously. All right. So anyway, how low will the market go? I don't think the market's going to go down again. I think the market's going to. I think that you're on a bull market. You may have some dips, you may have some corrections, but I don't think the market's going to go lower. I don't think it's going to hit its all-time low anytime soon. I think this market is ready to wake up. It's coming out. It's getting busy. Money's being made. If you were sitting on the sideline, I'm sorry, but you're missing it all. There's so much money out there right now. So the market's down a little bit. You may want to jump in. All right, guys. So anyway, do me a favor. Thumbs up, share, subscribe. My new book is called The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power. It's an Amazon bestseller. We have a new movie coming out this summer called B1 the Movie. So you can check that out. In addition to that, the All Black National Convention is going to happen October 20th. So if you can go to just go to my website. I put everything on my website. I will be speaking in Seattle July 8th. So if you want to fly to Seattle, feel free. And then last but not least, if you go to boycewatkins.com, I have a $5 a day investing plan that will make your children rich. I show you very directly, for free, how to invest just $5 a day and put your children in a position where they never ever have to work. But you got to start early. You can't start when they're late. You got to start when they're babies. If you do it when they're babies and you're doing $5 a day or $10 a day, your kids are going to have plenty of money by the time they're about 25 to 30 years old. So go take a look at that. It's all at boycewatkins.com. God bless you guys. Have a great day. And thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate it. I love you. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care now. Peace.